AIMA Managing India Awards 2010 is the first ever expression of our endeavor to extend the boundaries of our involvement in all management-related issues to the promotion of management in every sphere of life. India in 2009 has seen phenomenal contribution from varied spheres: business, music, sports, cinema, media, social change. Our democracy, our thriving free media, our contentious civil society forums, our energetic human rights groups, and our remarkable entrepreneurs and business leaders have all made India a rare example of the successful management of diversity in a free developing world. As a tribute to these achievers, AIMA has created this platform to recognize the contributions of giants from different fields. And now for the first set of awards, ladies and gentlemen. Let the evening begin.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. To give away the first set of awards tonight, I'm going to be requesting our esteemed dignitaries to kindly take the center stage. May I request our chief guests, Mr. Praful Patel, Mr. Sanjeev Goenka, Mr. Gautam Thapar, and Ms. Rekha Sethi to kindly take the center stage. As I go on to having the privilege of inviting on stage for the first category of awards, none other than Mr. Rajiv Kaul.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce to you and welcome on stage a charismatic leader, an innovative problem solver, a man with a fierce passion for pursuing uncharted territories. Mr. Chetan Meni has over 14 years experience with electrical vehicles, during which period he developed 6 electric, solar and hybrid electric vehicles in India and the USA. He is credited with immense work in the area of sustainable environment through pioneering efforts in making Reva the largest fleet of electric cars in the world. AIMA is therefore privileged to present the award for Entrepreneur of the Year to Mr. Chetan Meni, Deputy Chairman and Chief Technology Officer of the Reva Electric Company. Mr. Chetan Meni.
I would like to thank IMA and the jury for selecting me for such a prestigious award. My parents who are here today, and my brothers Sandeep and Gautam, who couldn't make it, who've been a very big support throughout my life. Friends and well-wishers who initially may have thought I was crazy and throughout the process have helped me out. I thank them all, and most of all our team Reva, who without this we couldn't be here. I feel very humbled to be among one of the recipients here, and thank IMA once again for this award.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to announce and introduce the award for outstanding contribution to media, I'd like to invite the pioneer of robotic heart surgery in India and the creator of Medicity. I'm talking about none other than Dr. Naresh Trihant.
He is the creator of one of the most powerful and respected diverse media house in this country. Having come back from London after his graduation from London School of Economics, he was thrust into running Thomson Press, which of course, I think he was in the back of his mind saying, when am I getting out of here? And he started Living Media as a publishing company, and he even wrote a children's book. So I remember very distinctly where India Stood Today was started in 2 rooms, a part of his father's Connaught Place office, and what a journey. AIMA is privileged to present the Outstanding Contribution to Media Award to Mr. Arun Puri, and it's my honor to present it to him.
I'm honored by this award, by this association. I would just like to say that in a country where there is so much bad news, quite often the messenger gets shot. But I want to say that the media, as a messenger, has been a good messenger in this country. It's been by and large responsible. It's by and large played a positive role in society. And this award is for media. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Puri, once again, and thank you, Dr. Trehan, for doing the honors. Our next award, ladies and gentlemen, is for the Director of the Year. And to announce and introduce the Director of the Year award, I have the privilege of requesting a dynamic manager and financial wizard, Chairman and Managing Director of India's most valuable company, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, Mr. R.S. Sharma.
For a very good evening to all of you. The whole country is talking about him, a brilliant director who has reinvented the genre of comedy in Bollywood. His style of direction makes him a signature brand amongst contemporary directors in Hindi cinema. It was, however, his directorial debut, Munna Bhai MBBS, that made audiences as well as critics sit up and take notice. And now, the stupendous success of his last movie in the hat-trick Three Idiots speaks for itself. His passion for cinema reflects in his consummate storytelling skill and the evident enjoyment he takes in his work. The award for the Director of the Year goes to Mr. Rajkumar Hirani.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually wonderful to be here. Very different from the award functions out there in Bombay. Thank you very much, Mr. Goenka. Thank you very much all at AIMA for this. I'll just leave you guys with a little thought which is from my film, which actually is, there's a Mark Twain quote, which is a very favorite quote of mine. Never let schooling come in the way of your education. So be kind to your kids, be nice to them. Don't forget they are the ones who, when you're probably old, will be funding the nursing home for you. So be nice to them. Thank you.
AIMA is privileged to present the award for Media Person of the Year.
To announce and introduce the next category of award, which is for Corporate Citizen of the Year.
He's a colleague of mine in the Rajya Sabha and has received innumerable awards over the years and was conferred quite rightly and justly the Padma Bhushan in 2001.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, may I invite on stage Mr. Muzaffar Ali to announce and introduce the award winner in the category of Media Person of the Year.
Good evening, friends. A versatile and prolific writer, Mr. Veer Sanghvi is the archetypal media man. Mr. Sanghvi is acclaimed for his ability to communicate his views on a variety of subjects with alacrity and wit. AIMA is privileged to present the award for Media Person of the Year to Mr. Veer Sanghvi, Editorial Director of HT Media Limited.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's a very odd feeling for me to be here. You know, I've been a journalist or a hack for like 31 years, and I'm used to writing about people who get awards, not being a person who gets awards myself. This morning, I was interviewing Nandan Nilekani for the CNBC program that you heard about, and I said to him, what are you doing this evening? And he said, you know, I'm getting an award from AIMA. And I said, oh, funny, I'm getting one too. And just before this function, I was recording another interview with Praful Patel. And I said, we've got to hurry up because I've got to get this awards function. He says, guess what? I'm chief guest. So it's a very strange feeling being on the same stage as all the people you write about. It's an unaccustomed feeling, but it's a nice feeling. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking this wonderful evening forward and moving on with our next award category, which is for the Path Breaker of the Year, I'd like to invite Mr. Satish Gujral, who is an indomitable and versatile painter, sculptor, muralist, and architect.
I have the honor of introducing to you Mr. Nandan Nilekani, an author, a business person, now a public servant. Mr. Nandan Nilekani is a perfectionist with an untiring ability to adapt to new challenges. The co-founder of Infosys Technologies is at present changing one of our most challenging assignments, the unique identification project of the Government of India.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's really a great pleasure and honor to get this award from AIMA, and I'm very grateful to the jury. I'm grateful to Mr. Satish Gujral for personally giving this award to me. I'm also very grateful to my colleagues, Mr. Murthy and others at Infosys, who were very gracious in encouraging me to take the invitation from the government to join in this role, and of course my family, who now sees me only on weekends. I think I've been in government now for 8 months working on this complex project, and I'm absolutely convinced that in India now there's a huge set of people, both young and old, who want to contribute and give it to public service. And I do hope that with what I've done, it will encourage a lot more people to contribute to nation building in the future. Thank you very much. Thank you.
To announce and introduce the next category of award, which is for Corporate Citizen of the Year, may I invite N.K. Singh, Member of Parliament in Rajya Sabha and Deputy Chairman, Planning Commission, Government of Bihar.
It's a great pleasure for me to read out the citation for my very old friend, Mr. Rahul Bajaj. He took over the reins of Bajaj Auto in 1965 and built one of the best companies in India. He's a strong believer in building competitive Indian industry. He is philanthropic, engaged in social, cultural, and healthcare projects. He's a colleague of mine in the Rajya Sabha and has received innumerable awards over the years and was conferred quite rightly and justly the Padma Bhushan in 2001. AIMA is privileged to present the award for Corporate Citizen of the Year to Mr. Rahul Bajaj, Chairman, Bajaj Auto. Mr. Rahul Bajaj, please.
On behalf of the Bajaj family and my colleagues engaged in philanthropic and CSR activities of the Bajaj Group, I very sincerely thank AIMA and the jury for giving me this honor of recognizing me for this award of corporate citizenship. I remember the words of our Kul Guru, Vinoba Bhave, if we have not earned the affection of people, what have we earned? Thank you once again, all of you.
As it's time for the most admired Indian award.
Software engineer, business leader, and a philanthropist.
He's known as the soft-spoken takeover tycoon. Has built a large multi-sector conglomerate.
I think all of us can only say that truly, in Raju Hirani's words, all is well.
as it's time for the Most Admired Indian Award, may I invite on stage an Administrator par excellence, former Chairman of SEBI, under whose leadership saw India's securities markets gain worldwide respectability for its regulatory standards. Please welcome Mr. M. Damodaran.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's an extraordinary privilege to be asked to make the announcement regarding this award. Software engineer, business leader, and a philanthropist, Mr. Narayana Murthy is a towering personality in Indian business. The founder chairman of one of the most respected IT companies in India, Infosys, is appreciated across the globe for his strong value systems and ethics. He is a recipient of the Padma Vibhushan, the Legion d'Honneur of France, and the CBE from Britain. Mr. Murthy is a strong votary of corporate governance and has advocated transparency at all levels in the private and public sector. AIMA is privileged to present the award for the Most Admired Indian to Mr. N.R. Narayana Murthy, Chairman and Chief Mentor, Infosys Technologies Limited.
First of all, Mr. Damodaran, thank you for those kind words. I thank AIMA for this unique privilege, for this. The kindness, generosity, and the affection of people like you will motivate me to certainly work harder and hopefully smarter. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, truly Most Admired Indian, Mr. Narayana Murthy. And now to announce and introduce this most special, the Lifetime Contribution Award. Truly prestigious, may I request the Senior Vice President of AIMA and Chairman Avanta Group, Mr. Gautam Thapar, to please take the podium.
He's known as the soft-spoken takeover tycoon, has built a large multi-sector conglomerate, pioneered takeovers in the 1980s. He's a former Rajya Sabha member and a business leader. He is the trustee of the Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund, the Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust, and the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. He has been awarded the Order of the Sacred Treasure by the Emperor of Japan. He is a leader par excellence, combines strong business acumen, and has a robust contribution to society that is reflected in his commitment to the nation. AIMA is privileged to present the Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. R.P. Goenka, Chairman Emeritus of the RPG Group.
Mr. Minister, Mr. President, and friends, it is a privilege to get this award. I was in two minds whether to accept this award or not to accept. Then I had one good reason to accept. 30 years ago, in this very hall, I got a tiraskar, yes, by a cabinet minister. So when I heard that this puraskar will be given by a cabinet minister, I thought I must accept it. Thank you.
And now I have Mr. Goenka already here. Sir, proceedings are yours.
I have the privilege of introducing one of the most exciting and multifaceted, multi-talented personalities of our times today. Ladies and gentlemen, I have great honor in presenting our Honorable Minister for Civil Aviation, Mr. Praful Patel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, AIMA, for inviting me for this very, very distinguished and prestigious evening. All I can say is that, as RPG, our Babuji just said just now, 30 years ago, there was Tiraskar, and now it is Puraskar. I think it is absolutely very, very true for the country as a whole, Babuji. It has leapfrogged from being unknown, unrecognized, and now anywhere in the world you go, Mr. Narayana Murthy needs no introduction. Mr. Rahul Bajaj, when you walk into Davos, rules the roost. And Nandan or Veer or just about any awardee this evening has truly redefined the way the world looks at India, and that, I think, is the crowning moment for our country. And that is why when AIMA recognizes such distinguished people, I think all of us can only say that truly, in Raju Hirani's words, all is well.
Thank you, sir. And now for the concluding remarks, may I invite Mr. Gautam Thaper.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the end of the first ever AIMA Managing India Awards. Today we've had the privilege to facilitate some extraordinary people, dedicated, resourceful, and brilliant in their respective areas of work, determined to do the best, and they have contributed enormously to society and the country as a whole. These are only some of the hallmark of these special people we've honored today. It has been our privilege to dedicate this evening to those remarkable men and women. Could you join me in giving them a big ovation, please?